Meet Reed Richards, a brilliant scientist with a mind that stretches beyond the stars. His best friend, Ben Grimm, is a gruff but loyal test pilot, always ready for adventure. Susan Storm, a gifted scientist and Reed's love interest, brings her intelligence and level-headed nature to the team. And then there's Johnny Storm, Sue's hot-headed younger brother. A daredevil with a need for speed. These four individuals, each with their own unique personalities and skills, are about to embark on a journey that will change their lives forever. They are the Fantastic Four, a team of explorers about to venture into the unknown depths of space. Little do they know, fate has something extraordinary in store for them. Leading the charge is Dr. Victor Von Doom, a genius in his own right, but driven by a lust for power and recognition. He sees this mission as his chance to make his mark on the world, to prove his superiority. However, his ambition will be his undoing, setting him on a collision course with the Fantastic Four. Their story is one of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of friendship. It's about embracing the unexpected and finding strength in the face of adversity. They are the Fantastic Four, and their legend begins now. The air crackled with anticipation as the Fantastic Four strapped into their seats aboard the experimental spacecraft. Excitement mingled with a healthy dose of trepidation. They were about to journey into the uncharted territory of space, to study a mysterious form of cosmic energy. Reed Richards, his eyes gleaming with scientific curiosity, made last-minute adjustments to the control panel. Beside him, Ben Grimm gripped the controls, his usual bravado tinged with a hint of nervousness. In the back, Susan Storm reviewed the mission parameters one final time, her calm demeanor a stark contrast to her brother Johnny's boisterous enthusiasm. It was a moment they'd trained for, dreamed of, and yet nothing could have prepared them for what was to come. As the spacecraft roared to life, shaking violently as it pierced through the Earth's atmosphere, the Fantastic Four were on a one-way ticket to destiny. They were about to encounter a power beyond their wildest imaginations, a power that would change them forever. The spacecraft shuddered violently as an unexpected surge of cosmic energy bombarded the vessel. Alarms blared, red lights bathed the cabin in an eerie glow, and panic threatened to take hold. Reed's voice, usually calm and collected, rose in alarm as he fought to regain control of the spiraling ship. "The energy readings are off the charts!" he shouted, his words barely audible above the cacophony. Ben, his face contorted in a grimace, wrestled with the unresponsive controls. "We're losing it, Reed!" he roared back, his voice strained with the effort. In the back, Susan cried out as a wave of invisible energy washed over her, and Johnny watched in disbelief as his own body seemed to ignite from within. They were caught in a maelstrom of cosmic power, their fates hanging precariously in the balance. The crippled spaceship crash-landed back on Earth, a smoldering wreck carrying four altered souls. Emerging from the wreckage, the Fantastic Four were forever changed. Reed Richards, his body imbued with elasticity, could stretch beyond human limits. Ben Grimm, once a handsome and cocky pilot, had transformed into a monstrous rock-like being of immense strength. Gone was his human visage, replaced by a craggy exterior that reflected the turmoil within. Susan Storm, now possessing the ability to manipulate light itself, could render herself invisible and project powerful force fields. Her once ordinary life was now extraordinary, filled with both wonder and trepidation. Johnny Storm, the hot-headed youngster, found himself with the power to control fire, able to engulf himself in flames and soar through the sky. His excitement, however, was tempered by the fear and uncertainty that clouded their newfound ability. News of the incident spread like wildfire, igniting a firestorm of fear and fascination. The world looked upon the Fantastic Four with a mixture of awe and apprehension. But amidst the chaos, a storm of a different kind was brewing. Victor Von Doom, his body scarred and his mind consumed by bitterness, blamed Reed Richards for the disaster. The accident that had granted the Fantastic Four their powers had left him disfigured and fueled by a lust for revenge. Withdrawing into the shadows, Doom immersed himself in his research, seeking to harness the power of the cosmic storm for his own sinister purposes. He would have his revenge, even if it meant unleashing unimaginable chaos upon the world. The Fantastic Four, grappling with their newfound abilities and the public's reaction, were completely unaware of the threat Doom posed. They were heroes without a villain for now. But that was about to change. Of all the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm, now known as the Thing, struggled the most with his transformation. His monstrous appearance became a constant reminder of the accident, a physical manifestation of his inner turmoil. He longed for his former life, for the simple joys he once took for granted. The touch of a loved one, the feeling of sunlight on his skin, all seemed like distant memories. His friends, particularly Reed, tried to reach out to him, to offer comfort and support. But Ben's anger and self-loathing created a barrier that seemed impossible to penetrate. He felt like a monster both inside and out, and feared that he would never be able to escape the prison of his own body. Little did he know his true strength lay not in his immense physical power, but in the courage he would find to face his demons. Doom made his move, unleashing a torrent of destructive energy upon the city. His vendetta against Reed Richards reaching its boiling point. Buildings crumbled, chaos reigned, and the Fantastic Four found themselves thrust into the heart of the maelstrom. The battle raged, a chaotic symphony of energy blasts and superhuman feats. Reed's elastic form stretched and contorted, dodging Doom's attacks while seeking an opening. Susan's force fields shimmered under the onslaught, protecting innocent lives while she searched for a way to contain the escalating chaos. Johnny, a blazing inferno of youthful energy, unleashed fiery torrents at Doom, his anger fueling his powers. And at the heart of the conflict, Ben Grimm, the Thing, confronted his own inner demons as he faced the architect of his misery. The fate of the city, perhaps even the world, hung in the balance as the Fantastic Four fought with everything they had. They were outmatched, outgunned, but they refused to back down. They were the Fantastic Four, and they would not falter in the face of tyranny. The battle raged, a chaotic symphony of energy blasts and superhuman feats. Reed's elastic form stretched and contorted, dodging Doom's attacks while seeking an opening. Susan's force fields shimmered under the onslaught, protecting innocent lives while she searched for a way to contain the escalating chaos. Johnny, a blazing inferno of youthful energy, unleashed fiery torrents at Doom, his anger fueling his powers. And at the heart of the conflict, Ben Grimm, the Thing, confronted his own inner demons as he faced the architect of his misery. With a final surge of power, the Fantastic Four managed to freeze Doom, encasing him in a prison of ice. The city was safe for now, but the victory came at a price. They had saved the day, but the world would never be the same. Standing amidst the ruins, the Fantastic Four made a silent vow to use their powers for good, to protect the innocent and stand against those who threatened the world. They were heroes, whether they wanted to be or not. In the aftermath of the battle, the Fantastic Four found themselves hailed as heroes. The world that had once feared them now looked to them with hope and admiration. But despite the adulation, a sense of uncertainty lingered. Reed, his mind always working, continued to search for a way to reverse their transformations, to give them back the lives that had been stolen. But deep down he knew that their lives were forever changed. Susan and Johnny grappled with their newfound abilities, learning to control their powers and accept the responsibility that came with them. And Ben, despite his gruff exterior, began to find a sense of purpose in his role as the Thing. The future remained uncertain, filled with both promise and peril. But one thing was for sure. The Fantastic Four would face it together, a family forged in the fires of cosmic chaos.